Welcome to Project Integration Management. That sounded quite horrific, didn't it? The reason is because we were using musical concepts that had to do with dissonance to create a musical score. Dissonance is when the notes are not in sync. That's very similar to project integration management, in which we talk about project teams that are not synchronized. Project integration management involves ensuring that all the notes being played by the project manager, the project team, and other people are all played in harmony, similar to this. When you have notes in unison in music, it becomes very apparent. It's making a melodious and harmonious noise. But when you have notes that are not in sync, it becomes very dissonant. As project managers, you want to make sure that your music being played in your project sounds harmonious, sounds pleasant, pleasing to the ears. Talking about dissonance in integration, examples are the project team not being in sync, people not being in agreement, having conflict over issues, over concepts, over requirements. So project integration management involves cohesively joining all the notes, which is really people's opinions, all the requirements, all the work being done, coordinating all that in an orderly fashion to come out with the final product, service, or result. In project integration management, you have different processes. The first process is develop project charter, in which the project charter is developed. The project charter gives the project manager the authority to apply resources to the project, and it also identifies the project manager. The second process is develop project management plan, which involves developing the project management plan. In this process, the project manager is involved in taking the different components of the project management plan, which are really outputs of several processes in the planning process group, and putting all that together. So you can see project integration management so far is all about cohesively bringing the work together, cohesively bringing the people together, moving it along in a streamlined and orderly fashion. Direct and managed project execution can be likened to a symphony. To direct and manage the symphony, you need to have the score in front of you. In project management, the project manager could be looked at as the conductor. Instead of a score, he has a project management plan. The project management plan outlines how the project should be managed, what to do. In the direct and managed project execution process, this is where the project manager puts on the conductor's coat and waves his baton and tells the people what to do at the right time and ensures that it's done in a harmonious fashion. Now, monitor and controlling. The monitor and control project work process involves the project manager listening out for dissonance, listening out for disharmony, trying to find places where people don't agree in the project. Perhaps you put two people on a project and they're always in conflict. Well, it's the project manager's role to monitor and control the project to the extent that he really knows what's going on with those two people. He needs to solve the problem, solve the conflict, but he won't know about the conflict if he doesn't monitor and control it. Now, perform integrated change control involves controlling changes to the project. The same way the conductor controls changes in the music when it's loud and forte, he makes sure that people play in that aggressive tone. But when it's meant to be mezzo and soft, he tells people to come down and he instructs them. Now, perform integrated change control is similar because the project manager is involved in making sure that change is integrated in an orderly fashion. Now, the last process in project integration management is close project or phase. What's happening here? This is where we're bringing the musical score to an end. You're bringing the piece to completion. This is where you begin to either crescend or descend, depending on what the project management plan instructs. But all in all, you're getting ready for that grand final exit. And that's close project or phase. In the close project or phase process, the project manager is involved in making sure that the scope has been verified by the stakeholders and the customers. So it's bringing it to an orderly end. And that's really what project integration management is all about.